Hello everybody and welcome to our Mature Kids Division for our first season qualifier for the Women's Ninja Association. My name is Megan Budway. I'll be hanging out with you guys behind the screen today. We've got Jen Sanders out there that is going to be running our courses, reffing all of these girls, and we're super excited to come to you from Ascend Obstacle Training. Huge shout out to the whole Ascend team here for making this happen, for Lucas and Matt for putting these courses together and hosting such a great turnout. If you didn't hear, we had 100 competitors signed up for our very first qualifier of the season, which is absolutely crazy. If you were not one of those qualifiers, don't you worry, we do have other comps in our schedule I will get to in a minute. But let's talk about how do these girls qualify from this qualifier to get to finals later. Like I said, if you couldn't make it out to Ascend and you're wanting to compete in the Women's Ninja Association this year, we have plenty of qualifiers left in our season. In December, we're going to be traveling to Morrisville, North Carolina at Warrior Tech. In January, we're going to be in Pennsylvania at Dexterity Depot. And in February, we're going to be heading down to Louisiana to go to Crescent City Ninja. And that is during Mardi Gras. So if your family wants to take a little vacation in February, go ahead and book those plane tickets and sign up for Crescent City Ninja. All of those that qualify will be heading to Modus in Missouri at the end of March to compete for our first season championship in the Women's Ninja Association. Huge shout out to our sponsor NinjaWorks for helping create these graphics and have our timing be so spot on this first season for the Women's Ninja Association. We seriously could not have made this happen without them, and you can just see right now, look how beautiful our purple run order, our purple obstacle list, everything they've done for us. Thank you so much to NinjaWorks. We have a big run order. This is only 6 or 15 of our 22 competitors that you're going to be seeing here in the Mature Kids Division. All of our girls are going to run the speed course. They have 1 minute and 30 seconds to get through 8 obstacles total. If they do fall, they can continue their run until their time runs out, but they will stop collecting points after that fall. All right, it looks like we're clearing our course now. Our ladies finished their walkthrough, finished their warm-up, and we're gonna get started here with our first runner today on our speed course. And Dora is going to be our first runner today. Right. All right, there we go. And Dora is going to be our first runner today on the Mature Kids course. Going first is never easy, but somebody's got to do it.
Let's give it up for Andorra.
Here we go. Andorra is off. 1 minute and 30 seconds to get through on the starting steps, no problem. Now she's reaching for that sky reach. They have an added trapeze bar for this division in that obstacle. Going for the side skirt, sideways swings, no problem there. Heading around the corner now to our springs and swings. So the straps are okay to use. Gets it, no problem. There we go. Fidget, going down to that balance beam. Dual fidget dash. She's got to jump and dismount. Around the corner now, she's going to ascend and send. She's got to do a throw up to this stable board here, and then she's going to drop down from that ascension to another trapeze bar. That board is a forced move. We don't want our ladies hitting their head on it, so they do have to go from the first trapeze of the board, and she's got it, no problem. She's on now to Miss Captain Hook. They have to unhook that ring, reach out, get a big pull to that dismount, and she's got it. Andorra's onto that final obstacle here, out of time. This is very similar to the hourglass drop you may have seen on old seasons of Ninja Warrior. One arm swing through. 10 seconds left. Ladies do have to climb to the top of this wall, jump down, and a buzzer from our first competitor. Andorra with a clear at 1:23. Great job. Raya is going to be our next competitor here.
Wait, it's
There we go. Now we've got Kate as our next competitor here. Stepping on through. Kate's got to climb up here, reach out, no problem there. Big pull back here from Kate. Great dismount, heading over now to these springs and swings. Gets it, no problem. Running her way through, looking for that dismount, running right around the corner. Building that swing up, has to go to that board. Great work from Kate, reaching out, has to pull back, go for that dismount. On now to the Miss Captain Hook obstacle. Great control, looking for that big pull back here. All the way over, and Kate's got it. Good, they can use the rocks to get that jump up. Ooh. Unfortunately, that bar was out of play, so that does finish the obstacle. That bar was not in play. It was only the rocks on the wall to get through, but Kate can go ahead and finish out and hit that buzzer there. Great run from Kate. We look now, that's going to put Kate in second and Andorra in first, and we're going on now to Raya. It's going to be our next runner. Raya stepping through, skipping that last step. He's got to jump off of this bar over to that trapeze, dismounts right away, Headed now to our side skirt. Big sideways pulls around the corner, 2 springs and swings. Runs right through it, no problem. Definitely a quicker approach to that obstacle. Over now to the bot. Oh, just misses that last fidget, but that's okay. She can keep going through this. She will have another course to make up for it. Sometimes your mind gets a little bit ahead of your body when you're running a course, so you get a little frantic and forget where we're going, but that's okay. Raya gets to get a little more warm up here on the rest of our speed course. She's got to build that swing up, looking for that dismount. She's got it. Over now to Miss Captain Hook. Great swing through here, getting a big pull back right to that dismount onto out of time, our hourglass drop. Right away, great bounces on that trampoline. Has to do a little monkey bar move here. They must go to the top of the slippery wall. Jump over to the side to that buzzer. Great work, Raya. All right, we've got Corinne up next. Stepping up to that starting platform here. All right. Corinne is making her way through. No problem speeding through these first few obstacles. She's very tall for this division. She's using that height absolutely to her advantage. Great work jumping into it, going right away off of it. Just gotta be patient, building that swing up on those long straps. Reaches out, little 1-2, big pull back, right to that dismount. Unhooks, big pull back, 1-arm swing to that dismount here. 47 seconds on the clock. Already onto out of time. Sets her hips back as she pulls through. Already up to the top of that wall, and she is clear at 50 seconds. Wow, Corinne, amazing run. That's gonna bump her up into first place on our speed leaderboard. We've got a lot of ladies. We're running right away already to Adeline, who's our next runner here. Striding her way through. She is out of the gate quick. Big step up, goes for the little one first. Smart move there right away to that dismount. Great pulls. Pulls through on that, no problem. Over now to the springs and swings. Runs through it. Lands on that block, runs right away. Goes right away on that dismount. She's got a lot of speed between obstacles. A lot of time on these speed courses, it doesn't necessarily come down to how you complete the obstacles. It can come down to your time between the obstacles. And she has zero hesitation as she is sprinting her way from obstacle to obstacle. There we go, gets that ring off, looking for that dismount. Gets it, no problem. Great. Ooh, sets her hips back. Great pull-throughs. She's got to get to the top of this wall. Jumps down, and a buzzer for Addie at 1:05. That's going to put her in second place on our speed course. We've got Alexandria up next. Right away through. Sounds like she goes by Lexi here, pulls through that trapeze bar. We love seeing there's so many Ascend athletes here. We love seeing those home athletes show up. And I can't even commentate. She was moving so fast through these obstacles. Zero hesitation out of Lexi. Big swing up. Little 1-2 there, pulls back. Big pull through to that dismount. Great work out of Lexi. No hesitation. Oh, a little stuck on that ring, but pops it out. Doesn't let it get to her. Goes right away on now to out of time. But she does have plenty of time left here. She's got 45 seconds left on the clock. Getting up on top of that wall before she can hit the buzzer, and that's gonna be 50-39. That's gonna put her in first place, just milliseconds ahead of Corinne. Wow, fantastic work out of our mature kids so far. Lagatha's gonna be our next one. We have a question. Are athletes allowed to coach on the course? Yes, as long as they're not touching into the obstacles. So you're probably asking, we have one of our Ascend athletes that's running later. They absolutely can coach on the course, but she just cannot touch any of the obstacles, similar to how other leagues run when their coaches are also competitors. Lagatha's making her way through now, rounding that corner. Great step through. Those straps are okay to use. Oh, great save. That foot did not touch the ground there. Building her swing up now. She's got to land on that little precision block, leaning forward right away, reaching up to that fidget spinner right away to the dismount. Shaking her hands out a little bit as she heads over to our ascend and send. She's got to ascend her way up and then drop back down and send it off of that last trapeze bar. Great set with her hips back. Good pull. Taking one swing just to make sure she gets there. Taking another one just to be safe. She's got to hit that dismount and she's off. 25 seconds left on the clock. 2 obstacles here as she's on to Miss Captain Hook. This is a little one-arm swing action here. She matches on there, goes right away. 12 seconds left. She's gonna have to push it. That countdown on that clock, that Ninja Works timer is starting. She's got 5 seconds. 4, come on. She's got to get to the top and just out of time there for Lagatha. Great run though. Good saves out of her. That's gonna put her in 6th overall on the speed course. We're going right away into our next runner, Abby. The height difference in the mature kids division is actually crazy. We've got our 9 and 10-year-olds. You know, it's a lot of growth spurts that happens, especially in our females. They tend to grow a little faster than the males do. So the height difference in our mature kids and preteens is crazy. All right, pulling back here, goes right away, sticking it on that beam right away to the dismount, rounding the corner to ascend and send. Good jump out to start that swing already on this obstacle. Just gotta be patient building that swing on a long trapeze bar. Floats up to that bar, takes one extra swing here to make sure she secures that dismount, and she's got it. Rounding the corner over to Miss Captain Hook. Pulling back, taking another backswing, make sure she secures it. And we're on to our last obstacle out of time. Monkey bars her way through, pulls through. Athletes must go to the top of this wall before they can jump to the side, and that's a buzzer for Abby at 1 minute and 4 seconds, putting her in 3rd place on our leaderboard. We've got Teej in the comments saying she swears some of these mature kids, girls are taller than her. I would not doubt that. We're on now to Riley, our next competitor, another one of our taller competitors here. They might be as tall as me at this point. Rounding that corner over to springs and swings. Great forward momentum. On balance, sometimes you just gotta fall into the platform, and that was great awareness going on to ascend and send. Riley apparently has come here all the way from Vermont. There's a group of them from Vermont that made the trip out to Ascend, so shout out to you ladies for making that trip. Pulling her way through. Great pullback on that obstacle. I swear I need these kids to teach me how to use that bicycle kick tech, because that's something I don't know how to do. And she's looking great. Pulling up that slippery wall. Jumps over to the side, and a clear for Riley at 1 minute and 2 seconds. Great job out of Riley. These athletes are moving so quick, I barely have time to commentate on their runs. Awesome work, girls. Jenna's our next runner here. And she's off on our starting steps. Climbing up the sky reach, she's got to reach over to that trapeze bar that takes you right to the dismount. Side skirt is up next, getting those side to side pulls. Rounding the corner now to springs and swings. Runs right through over to the dual spinner dash. Her foot does touch the ground on that first box, but she can keep going, finish out the course, get a little practice heading into our tech course. Building that swing up. That board is stable. It does not spin on these athletes. Great. Pull through. Building that swing up right away to the dismount. Over now to Miss Captain Hook. Great one arm tech. A little sideways, uses that wall to get to that dismount. Finishing up out of time. Before she runs out of time, she's running up that wall. I think we need to find a brand of ninja shoe that actually works on whatever paint they've put on that little green wall. And that's gonna finish Jenna's run. There we have it, our first 10 runners are done. We have 22 ladies total in this division. Kenley is our next athlete. Super speedy right out of the gate. Little lock off there, pulling into that first ring. Pulls through the wing nut. And she is not stopping between these obstacles. Looking for that platform. Right away, pulls to that dismount, rounding the corner. Running into that trapeze to start her swing already. Great tech out of Kenley. Big pull back. If you can set your hips back, it'll send you right away over to that dismount. On now to Miss Captain Hook. This girl's definitely got some crazy lock-off strength, the way that she's pulling her way through these obstacles. Very impressive. She is on to out of time. One bounce on that trampoline. Fastest we've seen someone get up that wall, over to the buzzer at 52 seconds. Third place overall right now for Miss Kenley. We've got Evelyn, the back of Evelyn's shirt says Big E Smalls. I love that, that's awesome. Great play on words there. Running her way through, reaching out. Right away, no problem. Rounding that corner, steps right through, right away. Great tech. She's got that Vitality jersey on. She is not wasting any extra movement on this course. Big pull back on that trapeze. Pulls right away to the dismount, heading over to Miss Captain Hook. She's got to pop that ring off, do a one-arm swing through to the dismount. Onto the last obstacle with 45 seconds left on the clock. Yep, she's got to climb all the way up, jump off, and a buzzer at 54 seconds for Evelyn. All right, we've got Josephine, and then Mazzy, and then Emily heading over next on our course. Josephine is up now on our course, pulling her way through. One steps everything on the balance, making sure she sticks that landing, grabs the spinner and goes right away. Heading over now to our ascend and send. Reaches, pulls back. Building that swing up, pulling over to the dismount on now to Miss Captain Hook. Running her way through to out of time. She's got 20 seconds left on the clock. Looking to hit that buzzer. Climbing up that slippery wall. She's got to jump off the side and buzzer for Josephine. Great work. Got another vitality obstacle stepping up next. This is Mazzy. Vitality athlete here. Mazzy is off, stepping her way through. The hardest part to me about speed courses is that I feel like in order to have that fastest time, everything has to go perfect for you in a speed course. No extra wasted movement, and Mazzy is showing us how it's done here. Turning around that corner over to the trapeze bar now. Reaching right away, big pull back. Goes right to that dismount. Great pull through out of Mazzy. On now to Miss Captain Hook. Just gotta pop that ring back. Right away. 45 seconds left on the clock on our final obstacle here. Goes for a little monkey bar technique. Right up the wall. Gotta push up to the top. Big jump and a buzzer for Mazzy at 55 seconds. Puts her in 5th place on our leaderboard. Got 8 ladies left. Emily's gonna be our next runner.
Some 10 seconds. Let's go, Evelyn.
Emily is off, climbing up. No wasted movement out of Emily here. Pulling through those rings, pulling through that wing nut, rounding that corner, striding her way through, treating this lane like it's one long obstacle. Great work. Running through that trapeze bar. Little sideways on that pullback, but she still makes it right away over to the dismount. Little lock-off action here out of Emily as she pulls her way through. 56 seconds on the clock. She is cruising her way through. Just steps across the trampoline, doesn't even need to use it. Jumps over, 41 seconds. That's gonna put her in 1st place on our leaderboard for speed by 9 seconds. Wow. Amazing run from Emily. Addison's gonna be our next runner. Making sure the course is reset for Addison. Stepping her way through, no problem there. Climbing up, pushing off of that bar over to that trapeze. Right away. Gets to that wing nut, goes for the slot in the middle, gets to that dismount. Fast feet on our balance, no problem. Making sure that she can stick this landing here. Running her way across, great job. Right to that dismount. Addie is on her way. Good jump back into that trapeze bar. Gotta build that swing on those long straps here with that bicycle kick technique we see. She's gotta pop up to that board. She's got it. She can reach down now to the other trapeze bar. Looking to get a big pull back here. So she already has her swing started. Pulls through to the dismount. 30 seconds on the clock, headed now to Miss Captain Hook. Pops that ring off, finds that next hook, goes right away. Nice soft dismount. Reminding her that the bar is not in play to jump out to that crossbar. She's got it. Building that swing. She's got 7 seconds on the clock. She's got to climb. 3, 2, she's got it! A minute and 28 seconds. A buzzer beater here from Addie. Great job. Wow. Just as a reminder, the speed course will set the run order for our tech course later on. So how these ladies place will not only determine the champion from the combined of speed and tech, but also will determine when they run that tech course. We've got Charlotte now on our course here. Great pull-throughs. She is moving, falls into that dismount, but gets through it no problem. Runs through that last fidget, turning that corner. Little backswing there, so she can go right away on one swing. There she goes over now to Captain Hook. She is moving through this course. Great work. 55 seconds left on the clock on our final obstacle here. Gets a little stuck on that pull through there. She's got to get all the way to the top of that wall. Hits the buzzer at 45 seconds. It's going to put her in second place on our speed course. 5 mature kids ladies left on the speed course here. And up next, we're going to have Taya. Taya exploding out of the gate. Great timing. Pulls through. Wow. Doesn't even use the first ring. Pulls through the other ring. She is moving. Turning that corner. She's going to run into that trapeze bar. After that same backswing motion. Goes right away. Pulling back. Goes right to that dismount. Over now to our Miss Captain Hook. Pulls. Pops back. She's got to get a great pull back here. A minute left on the clock on our out of time obstacle. Great pull throughs, great pull up to the top. 37 seconds out of Taya. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's gonna put her in first place on the speed course. Insane. Wow. All right, we've got Emma up next. Taylor says she's taking notes from some of these mature kids runners for her run later today. These girls are fantastic. Emma's up now, pulling through those rings. Great job turning that corner, running right through our balance, making sure that she can stick this. Running through, looking for that landing. Turning the corner here, over to ascend and send. Great swing tech out of Emma here. She builds that swing super easy. Sets her hips back right behind her and running over now to Miss Captain Hook. Pops it up. She's got great control and awareness of where her legs and her hips are to set her up well for the next part of the obstacle. There she goes. She's got to get to the top of that wall. Jumps over to the side, and that's a buzzer for Emma at 58 seconds. Great job. Wow. These runs are fantastic. We have another Ascend athlete up next. Lila's going to be up. Rocking that Ascend shirt. And socks. Yeah, I was about to say, those look like Ascend socks as well. That's awesome. Pulls through. We got all the team spirit here. I don't know. Oh, she's good. Straps are okay on this obstacle. Great save. Great awareness. I don't know if you guys can see when you get an angle on the live stream to the front door, but there's a big crowd here supporting all of our mature kids ladies. We love to see it. Standing room only, it looks like. And Lila is making her way through. One more swing, gets it, no problem. 47 seconds. There you can see a shot of our crowd. Standing room only for our mature kids course. Great pull back. Great dismount. 38 seconds left. Jumps over to that bar. Stopping on that trampoline to make sure she's got a good bounce there. She's got to get up to the top of this wall. Jumping over and a clear at 103. The crowd goes crazy. Good job to Lila. Two runners left. We've got Lily and McKenna, our last two runners. Joking around over here with her coaches. We love to see it. Also got some black Ascend socks on here. And Lily is off, striding her way through. Coach is telling her to jump to the second ring. We love when we see our elite athletes or our older athletes coaching the younger athletes. So cool to see the community like that. Needs one little extra swing. Oh, it just comes up a little bit short on that dismount, but she can keep going here on the course. Keep her muscles warm, get a little practice before we head to our tech course. It's not stopping her here. Goes right away up to that board. Building that swing up. Dismount, a little fall backwards there. But she is moving on to Miss Captain Hook. Big cheers coming from the rest of her team and the crowd behind her. Great dismount. And we're on to our out of time hourglass drop style obstacle. Monkey bars her way through. She's got to get up on top of this wall. I don't know, I feel like this little warped wall is the hardest part of this whole course. It's so slippery. To the buzzer. All right. And our final runner is going to be McKenna taking on the speed course here. She's got big smiles on her face as she's heading out to grab a little bit of chalk. She is out here from Surge, looking to jump out. Great jump out to that trapeze bar. Sometimes when you're smaller, those jumps can be a little scary when you're that high off the ground. Swinging her way through, looking for that big mat dismount. Great job out of McKenna, turning that corner to the springs and swings. Great job! No hands needed for her. Great dismount. Oh, steady. Oh, but just steps off the side. But McKenna can keep going. She tried to steady herself a little bit, but just stepped off onto the carpet. But she's going to be able to finish out her run here. Building a big swing. Great little reach. 1-2 action there. Reaches back. Keeps that swing going. The more you can pull back on that, the easier it's going to be to keep that swing alive. And she's got it. On to Miss Captain Hook, wiping her hands off here. Reaches out, unhooks that ring right away, finds that next hook to the dismount. And our clock is going. She has 10 seconds left to get on this obstacle. She's got to speed her way through, jumps up to that bar, and that's going to do it for McKenna's run. We're going to let her finish out, though. She's our last runner. Let her try the slippery wall here. Slides down, and that's going to do it for our mature kids ladies. Let's take a look over to the leaderboard here. So we're going to have a reverse run order from our speed course to our tech course. All right. So that means that Taya, putting up a time of 37 seconds, is going to be running last on our tech course today. And then the combined score of the two courses are what's going to determine our top 5 that are qualifying to finals, which is going to be later in March at Modus Ninjas over in Missouri. If you missed out on the action at Ascend and you still want to participate in the Women's Ninja Association, we have 3 qualifiers left for the season in North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Louisiana, heading to our finals. We're going to take a quick break here between our speed and our tech. Our ladies are going over to the tech side of the gym. They're going to go through rules, get a little warm up, and we will be back in about 20 minutes or so to go through our tech runs. All right, guys, our ladies just had their tech walkthrough. Now they're planning out their course runs with their coaches, walking through every obstacle. One of the hardest parts I would say about Ninja as a sport is that you have to remember the rule for every single obstacle. It's not just how athletic you are, it's you can touch this, you can't touch this. You can use your feet here, you can use your hands here, you have to get to this platform. Where am I going in the gym? As well as having the skills and techniques and strength to make it through every single obstacle on the course. So our tech run order is reverse of our speed qualification. So we're gonna have McKenna going first, followed by Jenna, and then Raya, Lillian, and Lagatha will be our first 5 runners. These ladies now have 10 obstacles that they're gonna have to traverse through. Some rings, a barrel roll, a bungee bar, some monkey, kind of like monkey barring through, a grip lane with some rings, cannonballs, and trapeze. They've got a skateboard into a bar that they have to walk across. They've got a slider to a spinning disc, a hammer swing that they have to lock into a bear trap, a little cliffhanger throw lane, and then they have a bar trap for their last obstacle. This bar they're gonna have to push up and into the bear trap before they can dismount off of it. Taking a look here at our leaderboard overall, based on our speed round, right now Taya is in that first place position, Emily is second, and Charlotte is third. Let's talk about what these ladies need to do to qualify. In order to qualify, there's going to be 2 courses. They have a speed course they've already run and a tech course that they are about to run now. In order to take those qualifying spots, it's going to be a combination of the 2 courses together. So how they place on one course and the other, they're going to combine them together. And the top 5 ladies are going to qualify to our finals, which is going to be at Modus later in March. Now, let's say, looking at our overall leaderboard, let's say that Taya gets first on speed and then third on tech, and let's say that Emily gets second on speed and second on tech. So that means they both have a total of 4 points, but because Emily placed higher on that tech course, that means that she will be placing overall higher than Taya in the overall leaderboard of our first WNA qualifier. Another big shout out to our sponsor, NinjaWorks. Without them, we would not be able to time these courses. We wouldn't be able to bring you a nice run order, obstacle list, leaderboard, any of that. All of that is made possible by our friends at NinjaWorks. Amazing job from them. Seriously, they're like incredible people to work with, easy to communicate with. They made all of this happen, and we are incredibly appreciative to NinjaWorks. it looks like that we are clearing out our warm-up area, clearing off the course, and we're gonna get started here shortly with our first runner, McKenna. Thank you guys for hanging out in the chat with us today. We appreciate you guys tuning in, watching at home. Tomorrow we will be live on the Women's Ninja Association page. We just had a little oopsie and we needed 24 hours to verify our live stream on YouTube. So thank you to Ascend for letting us use their channel today. And tomorrow we will be jumping on over to the WNA YouTube. So make sure you go subscribe to that channel so you can see our live stream there tomorrow. Another big shout out to our Ascend team here, especially Lucas and Matt for putting in the hours, putting these courses together. Lucas is doing all the resetting. We got Matt carrying around the live stream here. And Renee as well for helping put all of this together here for Ascend. We would not be able to hold 100 ladies in our first qualifier without their help. So thank you guys so much. Also, another shout out. I see some of our gentlemen from the Ascend team here helping reset, helping run things. So we really appreciate all the love and support for our girls. And we are starting right now. We are off. McKenna is our first runner on the tech course, making her way through, starting off on those rings. I always love having an obstacle I can start with and just kind of like breathe and get my composure. And she made that look no problem on now to rolling along. They have a little cat grab now added to this obstacle. They're gonna drop down from that cat grab to the barrel, stepping through. Great work to McKenna. Over now to our bungee bar. That bar is strapped into those bungees, but that doesn't mean it can't spin off our athletes here. Great switch grip. Now she's got to build her swing up, which can be a little weird sometimes on a bungee, but McKenna's got it no problem. Got to remember where she's headed to our monkey through. These are a lot of weird directions to monkey bar your way through these L bars. Quick little 1-2 action. Now she's got to go diagonally. Reach over to the next one. Great little laches here out of McKenna. She's got to get to that target dismount. She's got it. Heading on now to our grip lane. What I like about this obstacle, when the girls jump out to that trapeze, it actually sends them in a different motion, forward and back instead of side to side. So they have to take a second, get their hips the way they want to. They're gonna lache. Oh, great 1-2 off that cannonball over to that trapeze bar. And she unfortunately did put her hand back on that black mat. But these ladies get 3 tries on every obstacle in this course. So because of that retry system, she's getting to do this grip lane again. It's great work. Very, very calm and in control of her movements here. Lining those hips up diagonally, good pull back. Wants to get a good swing here. Going a little crooked. Great job. She's got to overshoot. As long as she touches that platform, great. She can't overshoot. Learns from that little mistake and goes right away now. It is feet only on that skateboard. Now she knows. It's sometimes those little things in Ninja that get us. It's not a skill. Sometimes it's just remembering every single rule for every obstacle in your whole course. And she fixes that, and she's headed over now to the slider obstacle with 30 seconds left on the clock here. She's got to build up a diagonal swing to be able to reach over, grabs that spinner. She's looking now for a dismount. She's running out of time here. She's got to control that spin. Trying to control it to get over to her dismount. And that's going to do it for McKenna's run, but great job. Way to adjust and adapt on some of those obstacles that we missed. She looked like she was having a great time out there. On now to our tech course. Typically, tech courses are a little more challenging, a little longer, a little pumpier compared to the speed courses that these athletes ran earlier. So we'll have to keep that in mind as our mature kids females attack this obstacle and this course. Jenna's making her way through. She's got to redirect her swing on these rings, gets to that platform, sticks the landing. That is a shared platform there. Wow, one push off of that cat grab, doesn't even use it, just runs through that whole obstacle. Really good technique on there. Ooh, a little low on that bungee bar, but she will get to retry. Oh, she's still a little low on it. I think she needs to either get a bigger swing or kind of pop her hips up a little bit higher on this. Bigger kicks. There she goes. There she goes. Great job, Jenna. Listening to her coach and her parents. Wow. That was an awesome way of showing why we love that retry system. It lets you adapt on an obstacle. She flew back to the platform, so she is okay. That does not use one of her retries. Resets are allowed in these courses. Got to direct her swing here over to that next lâché. Whoa, goes for a monkey bar. Is almost able to static, but it looks like it was just outside of her reach here. So we'll see what she does if she decides to go for more of a quick lâché approach to these L bars. Oh, not quite, but we've seen Jenna persevere after 2 retries. She gets another one here. It's kind of hard to see from the stream, but these are at different angles here. So she can just do that same reach, but do a little like 1-2 action. I think she's gonna have it. Yes, and she gets it. She's got one more bar to get through here. Little lâché, little 1-2, reaches for it. It's gotta make room for that other hand here. Just needs the dismount, and she does it. Man, Jenna gets the award for the most perseverance here on this course, showing us that she is able to adapt with those retries, no problem. Now she's got to get that swing. Ooh, the tough part of this obstacle is that those cannonballs are not in line with that trapeze bar, so you kind of have to set your hips diagonally and almost go right away. If you spend too much time swinging on that last cannonball, it's going to be hard for you to get over to that trapeze bar. There. Oh, a little slip. She still has time though. She gets another retry on this obstacle. Making her way through. With all these retries, we know she's got to be tired, but that's why I'm saying she is the queen of perseverance here. She is not letting those retries get to her head. She's got to get her hands, and they just slip down. But she does have 8 seconds to try the next obstacle out. She attacks it. She seems like she's the queen of balance over here. And that's going to do it for Jenna's run. Great job. Raya's going to be our next runner here on our tech course, stepping up. Swinging around really good That was great technique using that little circular motion to take her from that off-centered starting platform through the rings. Great use of her hips, pulling back diagonally away. She's got a step over and is off of those barrels. On now to the bungee bar. She's got to pop her hips up high, making sure she gets enough time in the air to get her hands around. Very gentle. That was great. Raya's got that dismount. She is over now to the L bars. Keeping that momentum alive. She's got a very long reach here, is able to static, almost static between those two. Way to keep her momentum moving, no problem. That's probably the best technique we have seen on that obstacle so far. All right, pulling her way now through the grip line. She's got a, if she can line her hips up correctly here, she may almost be able to static. She's going back, switching up her hands here. Smart, kicking towards it. Goes, oh, she's able to get that static. Wow, great approach there from Raya. The way she lined her hips up on those cannonballs was perfect. She's attacking the skateboard. She can use its feet only on this obstacle. She makes that one look easy. Raya now on to slide around. They have a ring slider, another ring to get over to the spinning disc. She's got to, there she goes. Great use, steadying her shoulders, locking it in. Getting over to that dismount. She's got it. Raya is crushing this course. Headed over now to the hammer swing. The girls do have to lock this hammer in, so they've got to get a really big swing while fighting that spinning motion. The higher that they can kick up in the front, the easier it's going to be. Once they get that big enough swing, they need to slam that hammer in. She's got to slam it. She's almost there. She can build it up a little bit and really kick back. She's got it. Now she's got to go for a sideways dismount here. Kicking those hips side to side. It's a little off angled. One arm through. She's good. She hit the plane. She's good. She's good. If you notice that she did cross the plane and hit the dismount before she touched the mat there, so that was a clear. On now to our cliffhanger, our first look at this obstacle. But that's going to do it for Raya's run. Great job getting us deep into that course. She completed 8 obstacles, and that's going to put her in first place right now. We got 22 mature kids athletes taking on this tech course here, and Lily's going to be our next one. Retries do not count against you. There's a great question from the chat. Retries do not count against your final score. So even if you use a couple retries and you still have a faster time to the end, you will be in first place for tech. Great question. Lily's lining up her hips here for a little bit of a awkward diagonal move. It's very easy in obstacles like that to get yourself spinning in a circle, but she sticks the landing, goes for that cat grab. She's got to step over and across the barrels. On now to the bungee bar. Oh, I think she went for an overhand grab there and the bar spun her off. So we'll see if she decides to go for a switch grip or if she just has crazy grip strength and is able to do that overhand without it spinning her. Yes, goes for a switch grip this time. Great adjustment out of Lily. And clear on that, heading over to our monkey through, a little monkey bar action on these L bars. Great. She's able to static everything on here. She's got to line that swing up and just pull through. Lily's got it, rocking those black Ascend socks here. Let's see how she decides to approach this one. Decides to go back to that cannonball, kick away from that trapeze. Perfect motion, way to use that circle That was super clean technique. She's got to get this dismount. She can overshoot it as long as she touches it. On now to our skateboard. This is a feet-only obstacle here. Runs across, no problem. A minute 15 on the clock. Lily's headed over to slide around. This course has a lot of different tricky direction changes. The obstacles themselves don't seem too crazy on their own, but if you look at the way that these athletes have to line themselves up, their hips, thinking about their pullbacks and their directions, it definitely makes it trickier than you would think. 50 seconds left. She's pushing the hammer. That's super smart, making sure that she can reach it. It seems that a backwards approach is the way, kills her swing a little bit on that. Seems that a backwards approach is the way to go on this obstacle, so you can really kip your hips up at the end and pop it in. She's got to get a little bit of a bigger swing, a little bit bigger here, so she can kip back. There she goes. Nice. Gets that hammer in, but now she's got to build her swing sideways, which is a little tricky with that hammer spinning you around everywhere. She's got 10 seconds to get off of this obstacle, but drops. Oh, she does get a retry though. All right, and that's gonna do it for Lily's tech run. Way to fight through that course. That's gonna put her in second place on our tech course currently. Just as a reminder, the run order for our tech course is based off the speed course. It is a reverse placement, so those who placed higher will go later, and Lagatha is up next. Great control of her hips on these pullbacks here, making her way through. Gets to that dismount. Ooh, great job controlling that landing, making sure she sticks it. That is a shared platform there. Uses a retry. Stepping her way through. Grabs that cat grab. Great job. Now she's got to step on that barrel. It does roll. Makes it to the platform. She does cross the plane, and it is not a shared platform, so she is okay with that dismount. Moving on now to our bungee bar. Ooh, a little too far back on that. I think if she could get a little bit more swing, and I like the height she has, but she needs to get a little bit closer to that bungee bar. And goes for that switch grip technique as well, which she had on that try. There! Really good job leading out with one hand that time, making sure that hand that's facing backwards gets all the way under the bungee. She's moving over now to our L bars. Making her way through. Great reaches. Just needs that dismount. Great technique. On now to the grip lane. We hear coach saying right hand on the ring. Sometimes it's really good before you go into these obstacles to map out which hands you're gonna go with. Great job! Super good technique on that obstacle. Gets the dismount. On now to our skate tricks. Again, this is a feet-only obstacle. Just gotta push it a little closer so she can reach over to that rail bar. Great job. Stepping her way across. And a clear on that. Lagatha's on to slide around. Uh-oh. She can reset. Resets are okay. Sliding across. A little bit of a diagonal reach there. Now she's got to control the spin, getting those hands wide, letting it spin her around. Now she can start that swing. Great control of her shoulders, maintaining that, and she gets it. Great job. Only 15 seconds left on the clock. Let's see if she can lock this hammer in those 15 seconds. Big kicks here. And that's gonna do it for Lagatha's run. Great job to Lagatha. That's gonna put her in 3rd place on our tech course. Kate's gonna be our next runner on tech. All right, and Kate is off. Swinging her way through, trying to line up that dismount here. Great diagonal pull. They do have to stick this landing here. She's got it. Attacking our next obstacle. A little slow motion there from the camera, but she is through, no problem. On now to the bungee bar. First try, wow, really good technique on that bungee bar. Kate is monkeying her way through these L bars here. This is definitely an obstacle where if you have a wider wingspan or you're one of our taller athletes, you absolutely have an advantage on that. Kate is cruising through this course though. Really good control of that side-to-side swing. Let's see how Kate approaches. Going for a little bit of a circle here. There we go. There it is, there it is. Some great coaching on the sideline over there from Tej with the direction change. Tej is coaching on the fly, but doing a great job leading Kate through. Good job not using her hands on there. Squats down, runs across. Kate is moving. Got to reach out over. Wow, super good control. That's, again, probably the best we have seen that obstacle. Seems like, I think because of the kids went the other direction for their course, I think we always seem a little confused when we come off that spinner of where we go next in the course. Kate's got a lot of time left here. Oh, so close. Got to kip, oh, almost there. This has got to do it, slam it in there. Now we've got to do a little bit of a sideways dismount here. We love that the other girls in the division giving some advice here, saying kick side to get off of that obstacle. Kate's got it, 45 seconds. 2 obstacles left onto our cliffhanger lane. It's a little bit of a brutal obstacle here at the end of the course. They can use any parts of the cliffhangers. You see the slanted cliffhangers? They can put their hands around the side if they would like to. Put their hand on the top just like that. Oh, and just a little slide down, but that's okay. Kate will get a retry. We see some encouragement for Kate in the chat. Thank you guys for being here. Kate is absolutely crushing this course. The slanted cliff. Oh, reaches right through. 5 seconds left. Hand on the top. Gotta reach over to that bowl now. Oh, and just runs out of time. But she is gonna finish out this obstacle for us, showing us where that dismount is. Wow. Amazing run out of Kate. Getting deep in that course, that's gonna put her in 1st place on our tech course. Addie is our next runner. Jen handing her the ring to get her started. And she's off, rocking that Ascend shirt, rocking those Ascend socks here. Making her way through these rings. Sorry for a little bit of lag. We kind of noticed when we get over to the outside of the gym, the camera and the Wi-Fi doesn't seem to be very happy with us. Addie, ooh, great control. That barrel moved a little on her, but she was able to squat down and control that, and she is on now to the bungee bar. Kicking her way through. Great job. Addie is now gonna monkey her way through these different L bars. Great reach here. Gets all the way to the end, does a little 1-2. She is a little shorter than some of the competitors we've seen, so the static may not work as well for her on that middle one, but it does on the last one. Through that target, 1:55 left on the clock. There's not a lot of time on this course for you to make these errors or spend time resting between obstacles. It's a pretty tight time limit. So these girls have to be moving and grooving if they want to get to that buzzer in the time limit. Just got to get her hand all the way on top of that cannonball. Great, wow! Looks like her hand is just sliding off that cannonball, but she is able to get both hands onto that trapeze, and she's on now to the skate tricks. Feet only on every part of this obstacle. No problem though. On now to the slide around. She's trying to get her swing the way she wants to. It's just a little out of her reach there. Goes back to the ring behind her. There, that's what we want to see. A good kick towards the obstacle she's trying to go to. It's so weird because the way that those rings are set up, you really have to fight that side to side. You got to pull a little bit of diagonal. She's trying to get that swing going on one ring and she gets it. Way to fight on that, Addie. Now she's got to get her hands wide on this disc. Get a big dismount off of this spinning disc, fighting that spin. There she goes. Great swing. And she is clear. 20 seconds left onto the hammer obstacle. Let's see if she can lock this one into place in her time limit. Looks like her foot may have dragged, but they do get 3 tries on every obstacle. Going for that push approach so that she can lean out to it. This is one of those obstacles where if you're taller, you may actually have a disadvantage. You are so close to the ground here. Addie is trying to build her swing up without kicking that mat. 1 second left, and that's gonna do it for Addie's run on this course. Great job to Addison, clearing 7 obstacles on this challenging tech course. She's still seeing if she can lock it in. Nice job to Addie. Andorra is going to be our next runner. She was our first runner of the day on the speed course. She's going to be our next runner taking on our tech course today. And Andorra is off. Great push off of that starting platform, keeping her hips and everything in line here. Ooh, she's going a little away from the direction that she wants to, but she's able to pull and stick that landing. Runs right through the barrels, no problem. On now to our bungee bar. It's got to get a height of great lead out with that reverse hand. Moving on to our monkey bars here. Wow, I love that. She pulled back and went right away, lashing a little 1-2 to that third bar, and she's off of there. With this time limit, a lot of these obstacles, like the first half of this course, these girls really have to almost treat like a speed course if they want to get deep enough into that course. Wow, that was very smooth. Just a little kick in the opposite direction. And she is out of there. No hands on this obstacle. Get that skateboard as close as they can. Feet only on the bars, and she is through. Minute 42 on the clock. This is another one. I love here Andora's approach to these obstacles. She seems very relaxed and in control on these direction changes. She's got to get her hands a little wider here. There she goes to fight that spin. Once she gets the direction that she wants to go, hopefully she can get a little more control out of this. There, great job, great use of her shoulders. Oh, but she's still spinning. Oh, just a little bit short on that dismount. Once you get spinning on those, it's really hard to, engage your shoulders, get that wide enough grip to really fight that spin. But she will get to retry this obstacle here. Let's see if she approaches it differently. There, she's a little calmer this time. Trying to build that swing up. There she goes. Great swing there. And she gets the dismount. Way to adjust, Andorra. 40 seconds now on our hammer swing. Another spinning obstacle here. You gotta really grab the middle of those slots in order to stop it from turning on you. And then with that long bar and that heavy hammer, these girls have to work extra hard to build their swing up and slam it. Oh, she looks like she slipped out of there. Slam it into that bear trap. 18 seconds left. See if she can get through this obstacle before her time limit runs out. Building it up, she's got 10 seconds. She's almost there. Just slips out. 3 seconds left. She does get one more retry. Leans out, building that swing up, and that's gonna do it for Andorra. Great job, great adjustments out here on this course today. It's gonna put her in 4th place on tech. Right now, 11th place overall. Keep in mind that these ladies that are in front of her have not run this tech course yet. Looks like we might have had the wrong athlete on the starting line there for a second, but we've got Josephine up next on the tech. Those of you watching at home, what is your favorite obstacle that you've seen so far? Shout out to Lucas and Matt for creating and rigging this course for us. Josephine is up. Pulling her way through. She has very good control. A little slow-mo action there. Come on, camera, catch up. Well, look, we can see that hip action in slow motion, actually. Very good control of her directions here. She's got to stick this landing over to rolling along. Eyeing up that cat grab. I don't know about you guys, but for me, anytime like cat grabs or full body stuff, it's definitely a little intimidating when I have to do. Like, you mean I have to use my hands and my feet at the same time? But great control, great reach out. Swings right over onto the monkey bars next. All right. Lining up that angled swing, goes for a 1-2 approach on here. Reaching out, pulling back. Eye on that target, and she has got that dismount over now to the grip lane. She's got 1:35. Making sure that she kicks the right direction. We love that we see the coach telling her exactly where to kick. Match. Ooh, now she's got that circle going. Let's see. There she goes. Pulls up, trying to stop that circle. But now she's going a little bit side to side. She can go back to that cannonball behind her if she wants to, but she's fighting that circle. She goes here, yeah! The circle will put you the direction you want to go as long as you stick with it and you let it happen. That was great, Josephine. 55 seconds now on our skateboard. Walking her way through. Great work. On now to our slider, slide around. Going for a spin on that spinner. She's got to go a little bit wider. She's on, if you look, she's just barely on the back. Everyone's yelling her to get her hands wider to stop that spin. If your hands are not like directly on, on driver's ed, they teach you how to, well, they say 10 and 2, but we really want 9 and 3 on this one. And she is through that, but she is running out of time here on our hammer swing. She's gonna get one attempt, and that's gonna do it for Josephine. Great job, Josephine. Way to stick with it. All right, up now we've got Adeline. Controlling that diagonal dismount. Gets it no problem. Cat grabbing her way across. 2 steps on that barrel. She's moving quick. Great jump into that trapeze. Goes right away, right through. Great links out of Addie. Good job. Pulls back, lines her swing up, reaches over to line up right away to that dismount. We've got some good link dismounts out of Addie here. I love the way she jumped to the side on that trapeze bar to line herself up. So that it kind of almost like sent her in a circle. Just like here, she's kicking the way she wants to go. One big kick and reach. Great coaching from Lily over here, helping her direct her hips where she needs to go. Running through, wow, great job. She is moving through this course. She wants to get to the end and get that buzzer on this tech course today. Reaches over to that spinning disc. Ooh, she's going for a big spin here. She's got to control her hips. Her hands, I think her hands just need to be a little bit wider here. There she goes. Great control of that lower body to stop that spin. Nice work to Addie. She's got a lot of time left on the clock. If she can get this in her first attempt, she's looking good for the rest of this course. But she's gonna have to really work hard. Her hands, if you see, they're kind of in the front of the slots here, which makes it spin a little bit more. You can see she's kind of spinning side to side. If you can put your hands in the middle of the slot, that's gonna control that spin. She's got a really good bicycle kick here. Gets it, is able to hold on to that impact. Now she's gotta do a side-to-side swing to get over to that dismount, and she's good. As long as they touch that platform first, they are clear of that plane. 24 seconds left on this cliffhanger. Are we gonna see Addie get through this obstacle? She has the time. They can use the sides of those slanted cliffhangers. She's gotta move though. She gets one hand on. 2 seconds, grabs the bowl, and that's gonna do it. So close to the end there for Addie. That's gonna put her in second place. We've seen 2 girls so far make it to that cliffhanger obstacle. 3 girls make it to that cliffhanger obstacle. It's Gonna put her in second place, and that's gonna put her in fourth place overall right now for our mature kids. Abby is gonna be our next runner here. Another Ascend athlete. Shout out to Lily for being out here to coach all of these girls on the team. We love seeing those elite or older athletes out here mentoring the younger ones. That's what it's all about. Stepping her way through. Great drop down to the barrel. Hands are okay on there. It's a great use to save herself here. Oh my goodness, she's doing an overhand grip here. She must have crazy grip strength that she's able to hold on and not have it spin out from underneath her. One arm swing throughs on these monkeys, pulls to that dismount. All right, she's moving now to our grip line. She's got to control the direction that she wants to go. You see that she's kicking forward and back, and then her last kick is directly away from the direction that she's trying to go to. Now she's got to, again, redirect and control that swing. And she's got it. 1:40 left on the clock. Running through this balance obstacle. Over now to our slide around. Another thing that makes this obstacle tricky is if you notice when you reach from that ring over to the spinning disc, it basically makes you like do a lap and spin already by the way that you have to reach it. So you have to really control that first reach and then get your hands wide enough. You can see her hands still aren't directly across from each other, and even just that little difference in your hand placement on the spinning disc can make it go out of control. She's really fighting on this obstacle. Oh, just a little short though on that dismount. She will get to retry. 52 seconds on the clock for Abby. Attempt number 2 here. I like the way that she's kind of like bumping back, but then she ends up putting that second hand too close, I think, to the first one, which is what causes her to spin out like that. If she could go for that same approach and then wait and grab her other hand directly across, I think that would help her control this spin a little bit. Trying to use those hips, and just a little short again. 20 seconds left. Come on, Abby. We know you can get through this one. Sliding her way through. Trying to get those hands directly across from each other. 10 seconds left. This looks good. This looks good. Gets the dismount. Way to go. And that is going to do it for Abby's time on this course. Way to show resilience, though, on that slider obstacle and not give up through those 3 attempts. Great job, Abby. We love to see it. 11 runners left here on our Mature Kids Tech course to crown the 5 qualifiers for finals, and Lila's gonna be next. Setting her hips back away the way she wants to go. That was very smooth. No cat grabs out of Lila, runs right across. The crowd goes wild. Right away now, over to that monkey swing. We are a little Lila ching from her teammates here. Lachey's to that 3rd L bar, pulls her way through. On now to our grip line, lining up those hips. There, great job kicking away from where she wants to go, But if you wait too long, you'll end up going in a crazy circle, but she's able to salvage that, and she's out of there. Woo! Almost a little too far forward on that skateboard, but is able to get through that one, over to the dismount, onto our slider. Great control here. Great use of her shoulder engagement to be able to reach out. Ooh, oh, wow! I don't know how she held on to that with one arm. But now if you notice she's a little too far forward on there. That was some insane grip strength there out of Lila. Wow, great job. Lila's on over to the hammer obstacle. I think that might have pulled my shoulder out of place if I would have done that on that obstacle. These girls are resilient here. Great swing here. She's really building that swing up fast. Don't kill your swing though, don't kill your swing. Don't kick too soon and kill your swing here. There it is. Kip it up. There it is, kip it up. She's got it. She's there. Oh, just a little more. She's there. Come on, Lila. Oh. Decides to take one of her retries here. I think what happens is these girls will build their swing up and then they'll try to kip it too soon, and that will actually kill their swing. So they want to make sure that they have enough swing so that when they do kip it, they're going well above where that bear trap is. And she has to slam it. She's got to kip it. She's got to kip it up. There it is. Oh, slides out from, the impact into that bear trap just slid her hands open. It was a very slow peel there. 13 seconds on the clock to build that swing up again. The girls must lock it into that bear trap before they can dismount. No skipping on this obstacle. Lila's trying to lock it in here one more time, and that's gonna do it. Great run from Lila. Very entertaining, showing us lots of resilience here. That's gonna put her in third place overall right now. We've got 9 runners left here on tech, and Riley's gonna be the next one. Swinging her way through. I love she used like a circle approach there to keep her going the direction she wanted to. That was very smooth. On the barrel, pushing off to that platform, no problem. Over to the bungee bar. Riley's definitely, wow, that one arm backswing. She's definitely one of our taller competitors here. I think this was earlier, Tej was talking about she's probably taller than Tej, so I kind of want to put them next to each other and see if that's true. Great reaches out of Riley. Jumping on over. Wow, that super smooth here. Matches, goes right away and kicks through when she gets to that trapeze to make sure that she has the momentum. Bicycle kicks out of there. Good squat, good control here. Over to that balance bar, getting her feet out as far as she can with those long legs, striding over to slide along or slide around. I name these obstacles, you think I would know the names of them. Over now to the spinning disc. She's one of our taller ones, so she should be able to essentially let go of that back ring and reach right over to that spinning disc. But you don't want too much of a swing like that, because that's gonna send you spinning right away. If you pull back too hard on that ring over to the spinner, it's gonna create this little tornado effect here. Opts to use one of her retries, probably smart, so that she's not wasting too much time spinning on that disc. They do get 3 tries, so this was one of those smart uses of a retry here. There. That's the approach that we like to see. She goes wide right away and doesn't let it spin her around and gets to that dismount. She's taller, so she is going to have to keep her feet up on this obstacle here. She's able to reach into those slots. This is going to be hard for her to build her swing without dragging those feet on the ground. There, great job keeping those knees up. Oh, if she kips here, there she goes. A little incidental with the mat, but if anything, that incidental contact is not helping her. It's actually kind of hurting her swing, so we are okay with it. Passes the plane, she is good to go. 10 seconds left now on the cliffhangers. 5 seconds. And that's gonna do it for Riley. Great job out of this girl. That's gonna put her in 4th place and 1st place right now overall on our leaderboard. Emma's up next. Let's get it, Emma. Emma's off on our tech course. Just as a reminder, this is our 2nd course of the day, and typically the tech courses are a little more challenging than our speed courses, so you're gonna see a lot more direction changes, a lot techier, pumpier obstacles on this course. And Emma's making her way over to that bungee bar. Great pull back, gets out of there right away. Ooh, hits her feet on that starting platform. But that's okay. She takes one little extra swing there and pulls her way through to the target. On the grip line. Very calm and in control. Kicking. Wow, very smooth on that direction change there. Goes right away, attacks that skateboard. She is not wasting any time on this course. Stepping her way through. She is good. About 2 minutes left here. She's at a very good pace up to this point. She's got to go wide right away on this. Wow, those one-arm swings are crazy. Ooh, control her hips so it doesn't keep her in a spin. There she goes, there. Oh, I thought she had it there. If she can get there, and say if she can get her hips in control, you see her hips are kind of swinging. They're continuing that circle, and that's what's causing her, when her arms are where they need to be, that's what's causing the disc to continue to spin. So if she can go with that same approach, but kind of keep her hips a little more under control, she's definitely got this one. All right, keep those hips calm. There she goes. And she gets it on the corner of that dismount. Great job to Emma. All right, she's got to build this fast. Kicking up as high as she can. It is a heavier obstacle. Wow! She took like 2 swings on that and locked it in. Now, I like this approach of using the corner of the box to line herself up. 35 seconds. She can really move through this. She's got to go, though, if she wants a chance to get to that last obstacle. Swinging through. They can use any parts of the cliffhanger, the sides. Oh, my goodness. Her backhand slipped off there. But her grip strength is crazy. She's able to hold on there. 15 seconds here. Are we going to see our first clear on this cliffhanger obstacle? She's just got to line up that dismount. She gets it. 6 seconds left on the clock. She's got to lock in this bar to the bear trap. Oh, and so close to the buzzer. Emma is showing us that it can be done. Wow. Amazing run out of Emma, our first lady to complete that cliffhanger lane. She's showing us that it is possible to get through these obstacles. Puts her in first place overall. Mazzy is up next. One of our vitality obstacles. We see Coach Teej there on the side. Great dismount. Come on, camera. You can keep up with it. We know she's not moving in slow motion as she's making her way across. Our camera really just does not like that corner obstacle. She's floating her way through, links the dismount. Nice work here. There's a lot of hip control and direction change in this course. That seems to be a theme for this, and these girls are handling it very well. Great advice from the coach. Wow, I thought she was about to link that dismount. That was very impressive out of Mazzy. She is really attacking these obstacles. Doesn't want to waste any time, especially on this one here. This seems to be the obstacle that is eating up the most time on this course, trying to control the spin on that spinner. Wow, she's got it under control right away. If she can get out of here, that's gonna, great timing there. She has a minute and a half left here. This is probably the fastest we've seen anyone to this point. Very good swing. She needs a little bit more here. She's got to kip up. There, she's got it. Great control as her body continues to swing forward. She's got to get that dismount. She's there. Wow, she has an entire minute left on this course up to this point. We might be seeing our first buzzer in the tech course today from this division. She's very smooth. Reaching up to that slanted cliff. These girls are allowed to use the corners, the top of it. Trying to control that before her hand starts sliding off. She's got to get that dismount. One obstacle left here between Mazzy and a tech course buzzer. 30 seconds. She has plenty of time to get through this, but she knows that there are competitors coming behind her, so she does want to get through it as quickly as possible. Oh, she does have to lock that in. Yes! Goes for a kip technique. That is okay, but she does have to lock it in order to get to that buzzer. And we have our first tech course clear by Mazzy in 2 minutes and 48 seconds, putting her in first place overall on our tech course and our leaderboard. We've got 7 runners left. Are we going to be seeing more buzzers here? Let's find out now with Evelyn. Evelyn making her way through. Great control on those rings. 1 steps through all of the barrels. Sets her hips back so she can link that dismount, goes right away. Great kick away. A lot of these obstacles, it's all about your backswing and setting your backswing up for the direction that you want to go for the next part. Just like that. Great job. Evelyn's already on her way to the skateboard. Wow. Great control, striding through. 205 onto that spinner. Let's see her approach here. If she's anything like her teammate, she's gonna have great, whoa, okay. She went for a lache. That was very smart, actually. The way that she popped over to the disc, it set her hips the direction that she needed to go versus reaching and pulling back. A little bit more. She's got it. Great work out of Evelyn. Nice job. 1.5 minutes left on the clock into our cliffhanger obstacle. She is cruising through this course. Wow. She's got to reach over to that bowl. Great grip control on that slanted cliffhanger. Looking for that dismount. 1 minute and 5. She has an entire minute left on the clock on this last obstacle. Wow, I didn't know that we had 2 speed courses today. Oh, she's got to lock this in. There we go. That is a forced move. They must lock it in. 2:13 and a buzzer for Evelyn. That's going to put her first place overall on our tech course and first place overall on our leaderboard. There are still 6 runners left behind her. Kinley's up here. So now the advantage to going later, so placing higher on that speed course, is that now these girls know what they have to do. They know they have to get to that buzzer, and they know they have to get to that buzzer in a pretty fast time in order to get one of those 5 qualifying spots. Making quick work of this course, I absolutely agree with you. These last girls, and they made quick work of that speed course, so now you can see they're making quick work of the tech course as well. Great job keeping that swing alive. Goes right away to that dismount. Ooh. Good control there. Was able to not fall forward off of that skateboard, running over into the slider. Let's see how she approaches this one here. That might have been the best we've seen that. She started with her hands close, but she was able to kind of pull back and go without it spinning on her. She's a little shorter than the girls that we've seen clear so far, so she's gonna have to work hard to build up the swing on this hammer. Oh, she's got that. No problem here. A little bit higher, drive those knees up. Hold tight, she's got it. A little side to side here. And she's got it, no problem. 1:20 left on the clock, heading into our cliffhanger obstacle for Kenley. Great pull up on that rope. Reaches through. The sides of the cliffhangers are okay for this division. Reaches over to that. Oh! Little slip on the ball. It looked like when she lached to it, it kind of tilted back on her. But she still has plenty of time and retries left under her belt to get through this. They do get 3 tries on every single obstacles, and those retries do not count against them in their course. Monkey barring her way through. Let's see how she does this. Reaches over. Oh! It looks like when she's reaching to that bowl, her backhand is kind of sliding. So she's getting some advice from her coach to swing through the cliffhanger so that she still has a hand on there as she's getting over to that bowl. There. Again, there's still plenty of time left. There's still plenty of time here. Gets a hand on the back. Is she able to reach the bowl from there? Yes! 2 hands on that bowl, over to the cliffhangers. This is why we love the retries. We want to see them get all the way through this course. 15 seconds on the clock. She's going to have to move here. 10 seconds left. Come on, Kenley. We want to see you get a buzzer beater. Has to lock that bar in. Has to lock that bar in. 2 seconds. Buzzer beater by Kenley. 2:59 on the clock. Wow. Great job, Kenley. Insane. 3rd place overall on tech. 2nd place overall on our leaderboard. We've got 5 athletes left. And Corinne's going to be our next one. Again, apologies for the live stream being a little weird in that back corner of the gym, but these girls are not slow-mo. They're making their way quickly through this course. Links off that dismount onto the monkeys. Oh, almost able to reach all the way through. Over to that target. Monkeying her way through, lining those hips up the direction, diagonally away. Great reach and monkey bar so she can pull back and go right away on that dismount. These kids are nailing the skateboard tech, and we've seen that obstacle. Last season, I feel like it was the obstacle of the year. It was so popular for everyone. We even saw it at Worlds last year. Kicking forward. She's very relaxed and calm reaching over to that spinner, which is going to play to her advantage. So she's not got a crazy spin. Just like that, she's out of there, 142 on the clock, over to the hammer swing. What a creative course. Great to hear your voice this weekend. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. Appreciate it so much. This course is very creative. And these girls are absolutely crushing it out here at our first qualifier of the season. She's got to push it up, hold tight, making sure those hands don't swing through there. Doesn't peel them off. She's got to redirect her swing side to side. As long as she passes that plane, she's good. A minute left on the clock, 2 obstacles left to go for Corinne. Reaching her way through. Those slanted cliffhangers are no joke. These girls are crazy strong for being able to hold on. Reaches over. She's got to reach now to that bowl without her hand. Wow, the fact that she's able to swing, ooh, side to side, but misses that bowl. I think her hands might have been too low on that slanted cliffhanger. But she does get to retry. Pulling up. You have to keep in mind too that these girls, they've run 2 courses in the span of 2.5 hours. So by the time they get to the end of this course, you know that they are tired, but they are fighting to get to the end. Is able to hold on to that bowl here. 8 seconds. She's got to get off of this obstacle, see if she can get that point under her belt. She's got it. And that is going to be time for Corinne's run. Way to fight. Way to use those retries. We're gonna have to fix that run real fast. It's showing her completing 10 when she should have had 9 there, so we'll fix that momentarily. But Alexandria is up next. Lexi here. We're getting down to our final runners, and you can feel the energy here at Ascend is buzzing, waiting to see who those top 5 spots are gonna go to. Runs right through that cat grab. No hands needed. Great links there out of Lexi. Reaches through, monkey bars, reaches right away. Very smooth technique there. Good job. Great control kicks. Reaches so she can go right, pulling her hips back right away. Jumps onto that skateboard, pushes it a little bit closer, striding through. Lexi is moving. She's speedy through this course. Oh, she took a very big pull back, which is why it sent her, but she was able to get it under control very fast. Oh, unfortunately, she did engage the obstacle before she fell off the platform, but she has 2 more tries on this, so didn't really do much to her score, but maybe cut her time by a couple seconds. Again, if they have a little bit of an incidental with that mat, we are not calling them because that doesn't really help them. Scraping the mat is actually going to hurt their swing there, but she locks it in side to side here. She is on now. Pulls up. 1 minute and 8 seconds on the clock. 2 obstacles remain between Lexi and a buzzer on this tech course. Monkey barring her way through. Quick 1-2, super smart, putting her hand on the top of that angled cliffhanger. Oh, hand slides down. That's tricky because if they're on the very top of that cliffhanger, it's gonna be a really big reach for them from the top over to that bowl. But the further down they put their hands on that slanted cliffhanger, the easier it is for them to slide down. But again, she's still got 37 seconds. If she can get through this try, she's gonna be set up nicely on that final obstacle. Let's see what she's gonna do here. Does a little bit of a pull up there to prevent herself from sliding off. She's getting through. She's just gotta get to that dismount here. She's got 12 seconds to get to this last obstacle. 8, 7, come on, Lexi. Push that bar up. She's gotta lock that bar in place in order to. Oh, I'm so close, just a few seconds short. She's gonna try it anyway. There we go. Over to that dismount. That's gonna put her in 4th place on tech and 2nd place overall. And we've got 3 runners. Our last 3 runners of our Mature Kids division are up next. Starting with Charlotte. The thing that I love about combined score is that honestly, it can be anybody's game. It just comes down to how you place on the 2 courses together, which to me, shows the overall athlete being able to go from a speed to a tech course. She bumps up over to that dismount. Let the camera catch up as she heads over to monkey through. 1 arm approach through all of those, no problem. Over now to our grip line. Lines those hips up, reaches. I thought she was gonna go right away over there. Takes 1 extra swing and turns the corner, attacks that skateboard. Great, oof. I was gonna say great approach there. She's gotta get her hands a little bit wider, control those hips in the direction that she wants to go. And she's out of there, 1:45 on the clock. Charlotte's making her way now. She's gotta spin that hammer back the way that she wants it to go. Then really build up a big enough swing to be able to drive those knees up and lock it in. There, she's got it. Great pull up to stop her swing there. Now she's got to redirect side to side. As long as she crosses that front plane, she's good to go. 1 minute and 7 seconds on our cliff line. Shaking out those hands. Just gonna reach over to that first angled cliffhanger. Smart approach, reaching up to the top corner first. Those hands will slide off if you don't move quick. There she goes. Let's see our approach here. Oh, hands slip off though. Again, Charlotte has run 2 courses today, so we know those hands and that grip is feeling it at this point. She does have 30 seconds left on the clock, and she has retries on this obstacle, but if she wants to get to that buzzer, she's gonna have to start moving and grooving. There, a lot quicker approach that time. Great, she's able to keep a hand on the back of that slanted cliffhanger. She's just got 1 more cliffhanger here to get to that dismount. She gets it, 5 seconds left. And that's gonna do it for Charlotte's run. Great work out of Charlotte. 6th place overall on that tech course, and that's gonna put her in 4th place overall on our leaderboard with 2 runners left to go. Evelyn's holding that 1st place spot right now after her 1st place run on that tech course. And Emily is up next. Emily put up a time, I want to say, of like 41 seconds on our speed course earlier. So let's see if she's going to try to put up one of the fastest times on this course too. Links through the bungee bar. Monkey barring her way through, reaches right away, pulls back, and she's out of there. She looks very calm and in control on these first handful of obstacles. Great shoulder engagement, goes right away on the dismount here into our skateboard, running through 2:15 into our spinning disc. Let's see our approach here. Reaches as far around as she can, lines up, and gets out of there. Very, very smooth technique from Emily. She needs a little bit more, driving those knees up. Is able to lock it in. Wasn't sure if that was gonna close on the bear trap, but she's able to get it. Gets out of there. 1:40 left on the clock on the cliffhangers. Just another speed course here for Emily. Pulling her way through on those slanted cliffhangers. Dismounts right away. Wow, she has an entire minute and 20 seconds to get through this last obstacle. She is cruising. She's got to put it into that bear trap. A little kip up. Wow! 1 minute and 47 seconds of clear for Miss Emily on this course. That's gonna bump her to 1st overall and 1st place on tech. So that means with 1 runner left, Charlotte is gonna be on our bubble for that qualifying spot. Let's see if Taya is gonna take that away from her. And she looks like she is speeding through this course. Linking everything, setting her hips exactly where they need to be on every move here. Wow. No joke here for Taya. She lines her hips up while she reaches to the last cannonball. That was a very interesting technique. I haven't seen any of our athletes do that yet. Sprinting her way through 2:20. Oh, she's gotta remember where you're going on these courses. She's trying to skip our little spinner here because it's throwing everybody off. Goes for the spin around to dismount. First time we've seen that all day. Very smooth for Taya. Going for a forward approach here. Oh, no, just kidding. Spins backwards. Taya seems to say, it doesn't matter which way I go in this obstacle, I'm going to complete it. She's right on pace with Emily. Getting to that last obstacle with 1 minute and 40 seconds left. We know that she wants to get that 1st place spot here. She was 37 seconds on our speed course, 1 minute 25. It's gonna be close. Let's see how she approaches this one. Locks it in. Buzzer for Miss Taya. What do you guys think? Who do you think was faster? Taya is gonna do it by about 4 seconds here to Emily, which means that's gonna put Taya as our champion here in the mature kids female division, followed by Emily, Evelyn, Lexi, and Kinley. Those are gonna be our 5 qualifiers to finals, which is gonna be in Modus next year. Wow, incredible. I just want to do another quick shout out here to Ninja Works for helping make this live stream possible, bringing us our leaderboards, our timers, bringing us all of the action. You can also follow along on our Women's Ninja Association page for results and the rest of the comps. And speaking of the rest of the comps, if you missed out on the action here at Ascend, we have 3 more qualifiers the rest of the season. We've got Warrior Tech in North Carolina in December. We've got Dexterity in Pennsylvania in January, Crescent City in Louisiana in February, and all of the final action will take place at the end of March in Missouri at Modus Ninjas. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me today. This is Megan Budway here representing Women's Ninja Association alongside Jen Sanders. We appreciate you guys being here. We will be back here shortly with our huge adult and masters wave. We'll see you guys next time.